Hi, my name is Terry Lee from Sweet Pea Papers and the Sweet Pea Papers Facebook group, and today is video 8 in our series Dragon Dreams, and we're using the Dragon Destiny Mega Project Pack by Victoria Designs. Now, we're going to be doing page 8. If we have enough time, then we will do, I think, the covers. I don't have the papers ready for 6 and 7. Even though I already know what we're going to do. So we're going to flip through to page 8, and it's our flip down. So we're going to be working on this part right here. Oops, I have all the papers with me. And so for right now, we're going to set the book to the side. Excuse my voice. And what we're going to do is, this is the page paper, and we don't even need this right away. These are some little cards that we're going to use, and this is a paper that we're going to use to fill in the center of these 2 envelopes. Now the envelopes are going to be, oops, this is the belly band. The 2 cards are going to face each other. They're going to open on either side and have a card inside. There's going to be a belly band with a card, and then we're going to glue it on the page as a belly band and make a writing card. Hence, not sure if we're going to get done. Now, I've pre-inked one so that I can show you what it looks like done, and then I'm going to show you how I did it on this one. Now, you'll notice that all of this is inked versus just around the edges, and that's because you're going to see this. It is going to look a little different where the adhesive is, but there's no way around that. Okay? When you close this, this is also inked and stenciled. And then I've trimmed this down a 1/2 inch and made sure to run the stencil all the way down in. Okay? And this one is actually going to be the top one. This is going to be the bottom one. This is going to be our writing card if we can cut it down and still get a decent image. If not, then we're going to use this as the writing card, and we will cut it from the edge so we still get the dragon image. So we don't need these right now either. Okay. So what we want to do is we want to ink this envelope. We're going to get out the purple. And instead of just inking around the edges, which we're going to do, oops, here I didn't even tap it after telling you guys to tap it. And we don't even need actually to do the whole edge, except on the sides where you might see it. But the bottom's going to be glued underneath the other one. Now here, we're going to go ahead and do the purple, and you'll see why I trimmed it first, because you don't want to see the line. I went down 1/2 inch, and then I drew a light line with my pencil, and then I trimmed this little section off of the envelope on either side. So we're going to ink. Now we're not going to see that much of this, but just to be consistent and make sure we do them the same, then I'm going to go ahead and ink it down just a little bit. What you want, well, I don't know what that is, but unfortunately it's there. Now once you get inking this, try not to have to ink the brush again, and just tip it to the side, and then tip it to the other side and get the ink that's already on there, so you don't get take a chance on getting one of those, you know, dark spots like I did right there. which fortunately will be covered. And most of this is going to be covered too, all the way down to the line. But I just want to make sure and get the whole thing. The same on this one, everything's going to be covered except for this little part right here. So doing the same thing, trying to only ink it once without having to tap it again. You can see I made a little error there in the middle. Now this one is going to flip over on the, so you're going to need to ink it back just a little bit, just in case. Now we're going to stencil these. Now since it's already purple, all we need to do is get out our blue. And our stencil. And now we want to do it from the point back. In other words, the scales that look like they should be going down will go down. And what we do is we, how did I do this last time? Not very well. So we're going to put the point at the point. I'm going to take the blue and we're just going to, and try not to get all the way to the edge this time. And we're just going to make our accent colors. So you don't want to do it everywhere. Darn. Little bit up here. Okay, you're going to flip it over and you're going to do the same thing. You're going to come from the point down, doing the same thing. Closure really didn't take very much ink at all, did it? Okay. Back with the blue. Put the point. In the center. And then just make a few blue patches so that you get that multicolor effect. Which didn't show up very well at all on here. I know why. Because I didn't do the scales with the purple. There we go. Okay. So now what we're going to do is we're going to glue the envelopes to where the bottom of this envelope meets the line where we cut it off. Okay, and to do so, we are going to glue the envelope instead of we're going to glue the bottom one, and we're going to glue around this point so we don't glue our pocket shut. Okay. And then the main thing, once we glue them together, is to make sure they're even. Top and bottom and width. Okay, so let's make sure that it's straight. Okay, well, that was easier than I thought it was going to be. Make sure I'm going in the right order. Okay, now we're going to cover the center area with paper. We're going to use this and see how well we can do. Now remember, we only want to cover to here, and we're going to glue it again on here like this, so that this side is open as a pocket. We want a pocket and a pocket. All right. So we're going to take our dragon. We want just a teeny bit of a border. Nope, we can't. We're going to have to cover it all the way. So let's bring him up all the way. Make sure it's straight. I don't know why I said straight and not straight. Oh, for goodness sakes. We're going to take our pencil. We've got him lined up here. So what we need to do is mark right here and cut him there. I realize this makes the candles go sideways. Move this out of the way. We're done inking. Well, actually we're not, but we're done inking in a way that well, we're going to lose part of his tail. See, if I'd have done it over a little bit here first, then we could have had all of its tail. That was my mistake. Let's make sure we've got our width correct. It looks right. Now let's do the length. Oops. Now, I have to admit that so far, this is going much quicker than I thought it would. I'm just saying. All right, now we want to glue the envelope and not the paper, just like we did on the other side. guess by now you can probably guess what we're going to do with the envelopes. Maybe not. Okay, so we've got that covered. Oh, now I hate to put the belly band on. Yeah, it covers him up completely. Okay. Let's do it this way. Or should we do it as a pocket? Then we could see all of him. Let's do it as a pocket. See, changing plans. I totally forgot about covering him up. See, if you wanted to do a vertical belly band, you could. And that was my plan. But in doing so, we covered him up. So what we're going to do, I've already inked the top and the bottom. All I had to do is ink the ends on this. Remember, the candles are directional. So we're going to glue here and here. If you wanted to do a belly band, then you would do the paper in a neutral. Sort of like maybe copy the background of the page. So let's put this on down here. Which is still fine. I kind of like the dragon and the candles matching the candles. Okay, so now we've got to adjust the size of our card. This one fits in here. This one fits in here. And remember, they don't meet in the middle because they're overlapped, right? And then this one, we're going to have to trim down, I think. Yeah. Let's see what that looks like. We may have to fussy cut it out, but that would still give us the width. But we could, you know, fussy cut it out with the brown, without the brown paper. Let's see how we did. Okay, so that fits in there. So let's ink the part we cut off. Now I'm not going to put that in there until the glue is dried. Otherwise we won't be able to get it out. And I'm almost tempted to make it just a smidge narrower. And I'm going to take just a smidge off the other side. And that will just make it easier to get it in and out of the pocket. I'm still tempted. No, that's okay. Okay, so this is what we've got. So that's pretty cool. Then this is going to close. Oh, I know why we needed the belly band. Darn it. It was to hold these closed. This covers him anyway. Let me think about this for a minute. Could make a thin band that goes, no, because then we can't get our card out. Well, I messed up. And they don't meet. And they're not quite even. All right, let me think about what we're going to do about this. Okay, Brad's in a string. And then we'll cover the brads on the inside with 2 more circles. Wow, we have just enough. Let's see if this is going to work. Okay. I'm going to go in 3/4 of an inch. And then 3/4 of an inch. Okay. Get out the crocodile. If this doesn't work, then I'll have to put you on hold and make 2 new envelopes. Well, we could recover it with the new neutral paper. You know, just cover over it. Because our pocket would still come off. Because using Fabri-Tac. Okay, we're going to put it on 3/16. This isn't very thick paper to be doing this with. That's my main concern. I need to put you on hold for just a moment. This was going along too smoothly. And I wasn't thinking, and I didn't read my own directions. Because we were going to put little Velcro dots. I can't even use the repositional tape because of the card. Or can I? I can always put a circle over this. What's done is done. So there's 2 brads. I'm using gold because there's so much yellowy gold in the kit. Nope. Punch a hole in the center of each one. And we have to remember to ink them. Except for we only needed circles and or holes punched in the center of 2. There's one with a candle. Because we're going to cover the brads on the inside with the 2 circles. We're going to use a very, very thin string. It's hemp string. And that's why we're not putting manila folder underneath them. It would just make it too thick. So let's ink the edges of all 4 of these. Let's put this one back in the thing before we get him confused. Okay. These are our two inside ones. Oh, the dragon matches the dragon on the paper and the candle matches the candle, so that worked out well. Okay, so we're going to put this brad through the center of here, and then through the center of here, and we're going to open the brad up. I'm going to push it as flat as we can. I'm not sure if these circles are going to cover. Then it's going to be this way, so we're going to want the circle to face that way. Let's do the same thing on this side. We want the legs to open up and down. Let me see if I can get this a little bit flatter. Yeah, neither one of these is exactly in the center. They are in the center of the eyes. The eyes have it. Okay, so now we're going to glue these. And you're going to want to glue them pretty well. And around the edges, definitely. Okay, so I want my little dragon to fly this way. The main thing is you don't want any of the edges sticking up. This may actually look better. Than the original. However, it's not what I had planned. You know me. If I didn't plan it, I don't like doing it. Okay. So now we have those. There we go. And then we have this very thin string, or very thin cord. Wonder if I cut it long enough. Now, I have difficulty with my hands, and my hands are very cold right now, so you'll have to have patience with me in tying this. And it doesn't look like I left enough to tie it double. Let's give it a whirl. Okay. We're going to cut this little thread because it kind of bunched up under there, came unraveled. That's why this is pushed out a little far. That's okay. We need the ability to wrap around it. And then we'll just take this and we'll wrap it around here. Let's lift this up just a little bit. And just pull the edges up. So we're going to wrap it around there, around there, around here, and around here. Probably should have put manila folder on them, but it could have been worse considering that there was the error and we are pretty short on this end over here. Okay, now we're going to get this paper out, which is the page paper. And this is going to fit right in the center, like so. Well, at least it fit, right? Okay. Something looks crooked. Oh, this card is sticking out extra. There we go. It's like, what is not right with this picture after it was so frustrating? Now we're going to glue this on as a belly band. So we're just going to glue down each side. Yay! And we're going to use ribbon to tie the covers. Okay. Then you want your pocket on the bottom. Try to make it even and straight. So much for even and straight. Okay, so obviously we're not going to be able to use, this is the card. It's going to be very, very narrow. So we'll use this. Now this is obviously not a little heavy, and it's not going to hold itself up as a flap with just one magnet. So we're going to put 2 magnets on the other side of the paper on the manila folder to hold this up. Let's just bring it down like that. It's obviously not going to cooperate with the glue on my fingers. Okay. Now let's figure out, we want to keep this side. See how we're doing. Sorry about that. Just a smidge. That's what I get for starting in the center. Now, let's just trim a little teeny bit off the bottom, which is this, just so it's not exactly the same page length, same length as the page. This is going to be our top. Remember that when we stencil the back. Yeah, that's perfect. Perfect, perfect. So that's going to be our page. Let's ink this up. We're not going to have time to do the covers. So what we're going to do is, I might, no, I'm not going to be able to. We're going to have to do 7 and 8 next time and just have a shorter video for this page. You may have to watch it 2 or 3 times to get it. Remember, if you use the belly band up the center, which is my original plan, then you can put a little Velcro dot here and a little one here, and there's enough room on this belly band for them to attach in the center. And you want to put the clear side on the center and the little white dot side on the underside of the envelope flap. And we're going to ink this. See, we ended up with that pattern on the back, so that's nice. Okay. Oops. We'll get our brushes out. Now we want it to be this way. We want it to be this way. And on this side. Okay. And just in case I haven't said it for a while, this is Faded Jeans, and this is Villainous Potion. And I did move it. Turn it. Now on our purple, I'm just going to do it in spots. And that will give us our pattern. Okay, a little crooked, and I could have done it a little farther down for it to be in the center. I think the main problem with this is that I used the wrong paper on the back. I should have used the candle paper on the back, and then I could have put the vertical belly band, and then the dots would have worked. This looks pretty cool too, though, except for the fact that it's thin enough that it makes it a little lumpy. Okay, so now we've got that is our page. Let's flip it over. Okay, candles at the bottom. Let's get this centered. Remember, it's a flap, so don't look over here. You know what I mean? Don't accidentally glue your flap shut. This is one that's gonna stick out. So when we glue the other paper on, we'll glue it together. And that will cover that up. Okay, so there's our page. I think it looks pretty cool. I haven't seen one like it. I did watch a video by Sunflower Indoors where she did a bunch of different page layouts, and she didn't do anything. She didn't do one similar to this, but there were 2 tucks and a card, I think, but they weren't made out of envelopes or anything like that. But anyway, I want to give her credit for the video idea, and I will see you in the next video, and that will be just a second for you and a day for me. Okay, bye-bye.